What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I see in the title what's going down. Make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see in the title what's going down today. We got Jasmine Crockett on the View again. I think it's like her second or third time. But haven't seen too much of this video. But I did see some highlighted parts, and I wanted to share with y'all. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Do you think that No Kings demonstration is going to do something?
I hope so.
Uh-huh.
I think that it's good to be in community. Right now, a lot of people are like, what can I do? And I feel helpless and that kind of stuff. But literally to show up and to see that there's so many like-minded people, as soon as you get off of X, you can find, like-minded people, right? And so, like, seeing them in person and being in community and having...
I feel like that's fake, too, what she just said, though. Getting off of X. Sunny Hostin, she claims that she's off of X. I'm pretty sure she is, but Jasmine Crockett is on X every day. So that's cap coming from her.
So, like, seeing them in person and being in community and having that opportunity, it's astounding. It makes you say, you know what, I'm not crazy, okay?
Right. And I'm not alone.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Whoopi says that all the time. We're not alone, and that proves it.
It does. Yeah. It really does.
Anyway, in recent months, Trump has called you, quote, a low IQ person and a low life. Do you take that as a sign that you're doing something right?
I hope he also called her a lawyer. That's another thing that she is.
No, he did not. He did not.
I feel like every episode, Sunny brings up the fact that a lawyer, like she just throws it in people's face, like, okay,
He did not.
Good for you.
He's good at projecting, is what I'll say to that. But, I can't imagine being the president of the United States with everything that's going on in the world and worried about a sophomore in the House.
Well, you're a powerhouse, darling. Don't minimize.
I feel like that's sitting there and I feel like that's kind of lame to say. I feel like it is lame to say. I feel like it's lame to say just for the simple fact, because she's trying to make him look, of course, bad, like she's been doing. But I feel like that's kind of lame to say because Jasmine Crockett has been talking about Trump. We know for how long? Non-stop talking about Trump. And there's other Democrats, obviously, that talks about Trump too. But Jasmine Crockett, the main one talking about Trump administration, and Trump has mentioned Jasmine Crockett all about two times. But for her to say that worried about is lame. I really feel like that's lame to say. And it really wasn't, y'all can check the videos out. It really wasn't nothing to where it's like he said it was like a whole novel about Jasmine Crockett. It was something simple, obviously something that, Joy just said. It was something that was quick, and then he went on to the next thing. So I feel like that's kind of crazy that she's just throwing it out there to where it's just like, oh, he's the president of the United States. He's talking about me nonstop. Somebody so small in Congress. That's lame.
Still, he the president of the United States, right? So it talks about his level of petty, number one. And it also just kind of goes to the fact that he's not focused on the things that he needs to focus on. Listen, you're the president. I'm over in the House, and I'm trying to get these House members to do right by their constituents, which means going against you. But you're taking out your time when people are literally struggling. You said on day one you were going to reduce the price of eggs. We ain't heard nothing about it. We
haven't heard nothing about it because that's what happened. I feel like they be capping, y'all. I really feel like they be capping. They really do because they get on these broadcasts. They get on. She gets on The View and she automatically wants to start lying. I feel like everything she's saying is straight lies.
I'm over in the House and I'm trying to get these House members to do right by.
She over there not doing nothing. That's exactly why Sheldon Daniels about to take her place.
Their constituents, which means going against you. But you're taking out your time when people are literally struggling. You said on day one you were going to reduce the price of eggs. We ain't heard nothing about it. You said that you were going to stop all the wars in the world, and it seems like, you go in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? There's real issues and there's people that are hurting, and then you had this random sidekick who decided that he was going to cut off the aid to everybody, and then you're losing in court every single day. Listen, call him the biggest loser because the courts are handing him some losses. So I'm just like, can you get your stuff in order? Can you focus? But no.
Well, over the weekend, we actually saw a tragic
and brazen act of political violence in this country. A Minnesota Democratic representative and her husband and their dog were assassinated. Another lawmaker and his wife were gravely wounded. And the suspect reportedly had a long hit list. So I want to ask you, do you feel safe as an elected official in this political climate?
No, not at all. I mean, here's the deal. I do this job, and the fact that my safety is a part of doing this job is really bad in and of itself. Yeah. But while we spend millions upon millions just so that this guy can go and golf, or while they spend...
That's bullshit, though. That's I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm so tired of people saying that and saying that and saying that. I haven't seen Trump go golfing or even talk about, even if he does, how many other presidents. Y'all didn't say nothing when Biden was on the beach. They didn't say none of that. They weren't talking about Obama, but they can just throw this. Trump has been doing things a lot to where there are so many Democrats that have left the Democratic Party because they're obviously seeing it's not obviously the party for them, and they're not doing nothing for them. But she gets on here and starts talking. This is insane. Says golf. I ain't seen that in a while. I haven't seen him golfing in a while, so I don't know about the. And like I said, even if he is, he's getting things done.
But while we spend millions upon millions just so that this guy can go and golf, or while they spent $45 million for his little birthday parade, you know, like, I'm just saying, can we reprioritize some of those dollars? When they
I thought it was pretty cool with the parade. I'm sorry for pausing this much. It's just a simple fact that it's everything that's coming out of her mouth is BS, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's BS. It's BS just to the simple fact. The parade, they said the parade, obviously, you know, the Army, 250 years. First off, I had a couple buddies that was actually in a parade. So, like, to say that and to go like that is completely, it is very insane to me. I'm gonna show y'all a couple things too when it's all said and done. But
our continuing resolution this last time, one of the things they didn't take out is that they had included an additional, I believe, $10 million to protect non-justices. I'm like, listen, I'm not even asking for $1 million, but can we get something? Because we have nothing. The only people in the House that have protection.
Jasmine Crockett, the person that had that net worth $9 million, but she has nothing. Okay.
Get protection based upon your leadership post. That's it. Those are the only ones. And so when you figure out security, you have to hopefully raise enough money to then be able to pay for security yourself. This is a problem, especially in light of the environment. And so I did text a Republican that I consider to be a friend. Yes, I have Republican friends, just so y'all know. I did. And I said, listen, your people need to fix this. Like, I'm tired, right? And there are Republicans that are concerned. And to be clear, they're not really concerned about the radical leftists that they talk about. They're concerned about MAGA.
To be clear.
Because we saw the same thing happen when we had the speaker election, right? And so when people were mad about them not voting for Jim Jordan, they started threatening their spouses and all kinds of stuff. And another thing that they're not talking about that really ticked me off, because I just learned about it in the midst of what happened, is that someone has been sending pizzas to members' homes. Yeah. And they've not done anything. So I'm just like, you know, like, we still have a role to play. I get that nobody really likes the Congress. But, I mean, we still are duly elected and we're a co-equal branch of government. But we always seem like we're the stepchild.
Well, it makes it even more irresponsible that a president would come for, as you said, a sophomore member of the House, knowing that you're not protected.
Yeah. But he's scared of her. She's tough and smart.
That doesn't change the...
No. And Sarah is sitting here want to be teacher's pet so bad, bro. Want to be teacher's pet so bad, bro. Cut it out. Cut it clean out, bro. I'm telling you. Check it out. This right here. Salary, $774,000. But we go to net worth, $9 million. Property, she got a $2 million townhouse, $1.5 million loft, $1.5 million lake for a cabin. But she's talking about security. She needs money for security. That's BS, bro. I feel like it's this corny. When I tell y'all that it's more so money, and then they sitting there acting like it's not coming from the left, it absolutely is. It has all the way around it. I'm telling you, $9 million, and sitting there playing tomorrow. We have nothing. I'm not even asking for $1 million, but we have nothing. I need something. I need security. Then we go and we talk about security, but she the same one You got Charles R. Downs that she obviously then grabbed.
As you can see,
Congresswoman, will you condone violence?
Obviously, she's her own security. She's doing, and the thing is she's obviously walking. She has security. Jasmine Crockett has security. Man, I'm telling you, bro. You got Charles R. Downs right here. I just left the Capitol Police headquarters in D.C. where I filed a police report against Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett for assault, battery, and attempted theft on my cell phone, simply because I respectfully asked her to condemn the violence she has been inciting at Tesla. And this was early in March, but that just goes to show y'all, bro. Like it's all BS. It's all BS. Check it out.
Seems like a comedy bit that you might see out of Veep. But we didn't make this up. It's real. It's a congresswoman, a real one, asking a real witness, I guess, real questions.
I want to play a game. It's called Trump or Trans. You ready? Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to tell me whether or not it is Trump or trans people that are responsible. You understand? Cutting health care?
Trump.
Firing government workers who keep our country safe?
Trump.
Encouraging an environment of hate and divisiveness?
Trump.
Thank you so much.
Chock full of lies. She went on to say as well that Trump's caused inflation. False. Kidnapped and deported American citizens. False. Put us on the precipice of a recession.
That's all right there.
False. It's just classiness all around from Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, which at this point really should be no surprise.
I know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot mess, honey. We know how to use a chair. Whether we pulling it up or we doing something else with it. Somebody slap me and wake me the up, because I'm ready to get on with it.
If you could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say?
Off.
Bro, it's everything is right there. Everything is right there. I don't even have to say nothing. Y'all heard the lies that she said, on The View. Of course, y'all gonna get them. Even The View, has lies for y'all. But make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching this. I definitely apologize for pausing so much, but I had a lot to say. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely comment y'all thoughts down below. And definitely appreciate y'all. Everybody have an amazing weekend. Catch y'all next one.